About 7 years ago, I started a brand new position in my association, and I was new to meeting planning and terrified. I would say the biggest fear that someone has in our industry is the contract negotiation phase. There's a plenty of other steps with logistics, et cetera, attendance, registration, all that, but the real risk mitigation area that you have to worry about is when you're signing this contract for thousands of dollars on behalf of your association. And when you're just new, you really do look out for resources. And I looked online and I started studying for my CMP, et cetera. But that's when Michelle and Avery Murphy first approached me to let me know what it was that they had to offer. And I'm not going to lie, at first I thought, well, what is this service? It's free, and how can this be for me? And something's wrong. Something has to be wrong with this. And I ran it by my executive director and all that, and we said, let's try it. Let's try this out. And it was a godsend to be able to have this person come into your association and literally take on almost an employee role and take away some of that stress, the time that I saved, the money that she saved our association. It was phenomenal, and I watched the process, and I was wearing too many hats, and I think that's common for a lot of nonprofit associations. Is we're doing so many other things, you don't have time to honestly do the best deal for your association. As a meeting planner now with my CMP, et cetera, yes, I'm trained in contract negotiation. It's not the same. That's all that Avery Murphy does. They are experts. Can I do it? Yes. Am I an expert? No. And it's proven to be one of I would say the number one resource that I've used for my association to take us to the next level. And it's just been a fantastic experience. There has never been a time when Michelle or her colleagues have not tried to get the best rate for us. And what's amazing about that to me is that affects their bottom line. That affects Avery Murphy's bottom line. And yet she is getting federal per diem. She is getting low rates in San Francisco. It is always about what's best for our association. You can feel that Avery Murphy really, their number one goal is to build a relationship with their client, and I really believe that's their number one priority, is to make sure that we're taken care of. Avery Murphy sets up your site visits. There's really generally no cost for you to do all these visits, whether you're flying down and you're having these face-to-face meetings with a ton of properties and organizing all of the setup for that so that you're just going along. You're just seeing the properties. You're getting just what you need and not anything more. Once you decide on, and this is what makes Avery Murphy so special to me, is that even though you have a favorite pick, maybe somebody you like, they make sure and they hold on to some others. For me, the risk management that Avery Murphy provides is simply that I don't have the time to look as deep into our contracts as they do. Or maybe I'm having a bad experience with my CSM, my convention services manager, and I don't like them and we don't fit personality-wise. There has been this really great buffer having that third-party person to come in and keep my relationship with the folks I have to work with on site not as confrontational. Avery Murphy can come in and really fight for what it is that you need and make sure that you're taken care of. I started my career as a meeting planner about 8 years ago, and I was still really brand new. And again, I received my CMP, my Certified Meeting Planners Certificate, et cetera. I would say at least 50% of my knowledge around meeting planning came from Avery Murphy. There is nothing like on-the-job training. I can't imagine someone not using this service. It doesn't make any sense to me why you would not use it. It is free to your association. It is like having an extra employee in your pocket. If you work for an association, I know what that means. That means you are busy. This is time savings, money savings. The logic behind it is that as you release more of the work, you are able to accomplish other things at your association. You're never taken out of the equation. It's still your contract that you sign. It's still your experience. You're still a part of it, but it's in a way that allows you to breathe and step back and look at what's the best for your association.